In this video, what we're going to cover is the proper way to use a multi-sprayer and cover a few problems that you may run into in the field. These multi-sprayers are an HLVP gun. That stands for high volume, low pressure, which means they work at their optimum performance at a low pressure. They're designed to run at 40 to 50 psi. They'll tell you in the instructions 2 to 4 bar. Bar is a metric conversion for psi. 1 bar is 14.8 psi. So 40 to 50 psi tops to spray product through them. Now, to cover a couple features with them. This gun is the old gun. On it, it has a brass valve with a screen on the top. To work properly, this needs to be turned counterclockwise so it closes off the top vent. That allows product to be picked up in the suction and come out through the hose. If it's cracked any whatsoever, you'll get air bleed out through here, you'll get a sporadic spray pattern, something the customer doesn't want. The new style gun has got a pressure relief valve on it. This alleviates the problem of opening and closing this top vent. With this pressure relief valve, when too much pressure is built up, it'll actually release the pressure on it. But it actually works better than what the older style gun does. To give you a demonstration on how to spray these patterns, we're gonna first take a look at the inside makings of them. This gun should never be turned any more than 90 degrees. If you do, inside of here are 2 bleed holes. The bleed holes on the inside regulate the pressure, equalize it between the outside of the bottle and inside. If they didn't have this, the bottle would collapse, you'd get poor suction. So if the gun has been turned, laid on its side to where product gets pulled up in here, it's not going to spray properly. You must ensure that these holes are open. Take the bottle off and look and see if there's any spray of product on the outside of the bottle or in this top edge. If there is, clean it thoroughly with water if it's SKS, with a solvent if it's a mineral base. Take a paper clip, stick through the holes, make sure they come out on the outside to make sure it's properly vented. These are the very simple rules to go by to get a proper spray pattern. With this newer gun, the style on it with this pressure relief valve, pressures and everything are the same. The adjustments are the same. If you happen to feel it percolating inside of the can, you have way too much pressure going into the gun. You have to put a regulator on it to cut it down to 40 psi. This is a medium texture that's sprayed. For a heavier texture, I simply dialed in a little more product. The gun has got to be down to 40 psi to properly spray the body wax. These guns are very simple to use. When you change from a mineral-based product to a water-based product, it needs to be cleaned with any kind of solvent. Clean salt works fine. When changing from a water-based product to a mineral-based, it must thoroughly be flushed with water. If you follow the simple rules, 40 psi maximum coming into the gun, make sure the valve is closed on the old one, counterclockwise, all the way up. On the new gun, you don't have to worry about it. 2.5 turns on the product, 1 turn on the air, that'll get you started and adjust from that point.